food is ready. This is how it looks like. The millet cassava bread, and then the, oh, something dropped in my food from the tree. Hi lovely loves, how are you doing today? I'm so happy to have you. And if you're new, my name is Akech Joy Winnie, and I do create content here on YouTube about so many different things, but mostly African contents. I'm happy to have you here today. So in today's video, we are going to do a video on lunch in an African village. Lunch in this beautiful African village. It's a Ugandan village, by the way. I get asked that a lot. I'm going to be cooking black-eyed peas leaves. As you guys can see, these are black-eyed peas leaves. They grow in threes, 3 by 3. That's how they grow. And it's a staple amongst my people here. In Padola, that's what they call this land. And the people are called Jopadola. And the language is called Dopadola. So for this vegetable to be able to cook really fast, I think I shared one time a video with you guys about how we quicken the cooking time of our vegetables. And how do we do that? I'll show you guys again. Okay? So we have that. This here, this ash. This is ash. You see this ash right here? It's made from peelings of bananas. So we sun dry the peelings of the bananas, and once they are sun dried, they are burnt to ashes, and then it forms this gray ash. So I'm gonna strain water through this ash so that the liquid that gets extracted out is the one I'll pour once the vegetables start boiling. Let's do this, friends. Let's do this, lovely loves. Meanwhile, guys, are you really fine? Are you doing okay? I think I'm okay. I just have a lot of work today. That's why I'm oversighing. And not necessarily work today. It's a busy season here in my village. It's so busy. Did I just do this to my mom's spoon? I'll get it back as soon before she sees it. Otherwise. So you gotta press. The more you press, the more concentrated the liquid will come. And this liquid for us, we call it kadotudo. Say after me. Kadotudo. Kadotudo. You see, guys, I'm even teaching you my language. Maybe I teach you something else. If you want to say thank you in Dopadola, you say afoyo. Say after me, afoyo. And then if you want to say thank you so much, you just add tek. Afoyo, tek. Yep. Guys, can you do something? Help me press this. Compress it, okay? Don't just look. Thank you. Okay, I think that's good. That's good. Let me get my mom's spoon back. Perfect! Nobody's gonna know. Nobody. Okay. After we've done the compressing bits, we pour water. Okay. Once you poured all the water, just let it sit in this tin and let it relax. Right there. Don't think about it. Don't be stressed out. Just let it have its yoga time as it strains through. So while that strains through, I have to clean up these vegetables because you can't cook them with the stock. You see this stalk right here? However much the heat you have going on under the saucepan, it can never get soft. So you gotta get it off. Like you gotta do it. Somebody's gotta do it, and that person is us. Could you guys help really? Like, work on this one. Work on this one. Ooh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Work on this one too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are the best. You're so supportive. But anyways, lovely loves, today is like sunny. It's a sunny day over here in Wakanda. And it's not as gloomy as yesterday. Yesterday was so gloomy. Like, the sky was looking at me like, yeah. But I'm gonna prepare this real quick and I'll catch up with you guys when I am lighting the fire. The fire. The fire. I really love chilling out with you guys. I hope you know it. And if you don't know it, earlier on I used this same fire to make tea. So that's why it's still smoky, which is amazing. It's gonna make my work a lot easier. I learned setting the fire at a very young age. I think every child here learns to set the fire at a really young age. Of course, the fire I set now is not the same as the one when I was 7, but I'm glad I learned to do these things. I'm glad I learned to experience this life. And sometimes when people see this kind of life, really, anyway, that's why I told you guys I started making such videos. Either sometimes they think you are struggling, you don't have money, which is for the most time the exact opposite. If you just thought a little bit deeper about this life, if you just thought a little bit deeper, because honestly, since morning I haven't spent a penny on nothing, which is kind of relieving. Imagine having to not spend a penny but still breathe and live, which is so much opposite with living in the city. I remember a season during lockdown. I was in New York, guys, by the way. And it so happens that most of the models who were at that model house at the time were Americans, just from different states. So most of them went back to their homes. And that was the time when everyone was so paranoid that traveling was so hard. And I was scared to travel because I didn't want to die. Anyways, so I had a home 1.5 years in that model apartment in New York. It was tasking the very first seasons because I was always scared, thinking, what if I got sick of COVID and died? You know, that was the time when everyone was still so very confused on how to handle the pandemic. No one was sure of a cure. People were dying. I would be in the model house, and it was a big model house. Think about a model house that accommodates 20 to 25 models on a normal fashion season. So you're in that whole story building by yourself, hearing ambulances and police cars roaming around New York City. I was in Brooklyn. It was terrific. So it worried me so much, wondering what if I died? No one would ever know, because as much as I love that place and I'll always go, especially for work, it's so individualistic. I was in that apartment for 1 year, but I even didn't know the name of my neighbor, neither did my neighbor know my name. So the community is set in a way that you're even scared to say hi to a neighbor. You can share a little bit of glances, smiles to just bring in that community bit, but still you can't go deeper as what it is like here. I remember I was there for COVID. While I was talking to my parents right here in the village, they even did not really feel the effect of COVID here in the village, because one thing, food was in the farms, community was everything, the fire has lit. Ta-da! I'll show you guys how it looks like in a bit. Let me first finish this story. Maybe I bring you guys closer. So friends, I was in that model apartment while my parents were over here having a blast in Uganda. Like, just imagine being surrounded by all this beautiful green during a pandemic. How would you feel? You'd feel phenomenal. So that season in life made me really think deep about the life I want and the life I wish for. It made me miss home so badly that I was ready. If I ever got a chance to leave, I was ready to go back. And whereas there are things in New York City that I may not find in my small village here, and I always clarify that there are fails and wins for every single city, every single lifestyle. I think that's not new to us, because I don't want anyone saying I'm shedding on a certain city. No, that's not what I stand for. But that season in life made me miss community so much. I remember calling my mom and crying on the phone, saying, "Mommy, what if I die? No one will even know. What if I die of COVID? No one will even know." And I actually got COVID, and that's how I cried. And then my mom was just like, "My child, if it's hard, come back home." But at that time, I wasn't church ready anyways to come back home. Reason being, it was COVID. And I was also setting my grounds in New York City. I needed to have clients that I can always work for even when I'm not there. So I had to be patient. But the decisions I made in that season made me come back to this life and really appreciate this life. When people see this life and maybe think it's a life of struggle, I can't relate. I can't relate with you guys. I cannot, because for me, I love it. I just came to a conclusion that, you know what, the life that raised me is really beautiful in its own way. And if I don't see it like that, then I may never see it. If I see it from a perspective of people that have never really lived this life, then I may never see the good side of this life. So, guys, here we are. That was a huge rant. This is how it's looking. It's almost starting to boil. And then I'll pour the other concoction that we made earlier. Do you guys remember? Yes. So lovely loves, right now, the next thing we need to do is go pound some peanuts. That there is gonna be pasted in peanuts. So I'm gonna set the peanuts, set the mortar and pestle, set the tray, set the kishungo. Do you know what a kishungo is? I'm gonna show you once I've set it. Lovely loves, the liquid has already strained and it's time to pour it in the vegetables. That's how it tastes like. I'm not gonna pour it all. Too much of anything is dangerous. The smoke is smoking. Do you guys feel the smoke? Huh? I'm sorry. Or did I show you how it looks like? Let me show you. Get out of here. The hens are finishing up the nuts I need to pound. This is how it looks like. You see that foamy liquid? It's a result of this liquid I just put. Yeah, it does that. So I guess that's how biologically it works to make the food start to cook really fast. We'll cover it and go pound some groundnuts. Okay, we're gonna pound the groundnuts from here. Then this will carry this. Here is the kichungo. It does this. You're gonna see it. Let's start pounding some groundnuts. I forgot the groundnuts this other side. These hens wanna eat my groundnuts, but sorry for you, because I'm not giving you nara. Smoke, go over to them. Not to me, to them. You're so mean. Why would you beat your friend over a peanut? Don't burn in the fire, because when you burn in the fire, I'll eat you. I'm joking. No, I'm not. Dano siya ko na nagiboy na ani nga tobeni. Ko na nagibore. Wani nga to bonja pa jani ko ni dani. Idamako. I fought here, but it's fine, eh? It's not a live broadcast. Hey guys, so it's pounding the peanuts time. The chicken here really love peanuts. That's why the moment they see you bring peanuts out, they gather around. Kids, it's you. How could you keep biting the young girls? No. You're not gonna be sharing their food. Yes. Hi, lovely loves. Are you guys still there? I missed you so much. The veggies are done. See that steam? They look so yummy. Right now I've put water for the millet cassava bread that we are gonna eat along with this. The fire is already there. Actually, that water is almost boiling, and then we'll start mingling. That is done. I'm super excited. I've gotten really hungry. So let's serve and eat. Are you guys ready to eat? I am. Okay. Hi guys. Food is ready. This is how it looks like. The millet cassava bread, and then the something dropped in my food from the tree. The black-eyed peas greens pasted with groundnuts. I can't wait to dig in. This is how a typical Japadola meal looks like. It's our staple, all in one plate, our staple food. Bon appetit. You would think I didn't just feed these dogs, the way they are looking at me. Guys, you can have some. So yummy, guys. Anyways, guys, I'll go. It's off camera. But that was a lunchtime in an African village. A lunchtime? Lunchtime, not a lunchtime. Lunchtime in an African village. Lunchtime in a Ugandan village. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. If you haven't liked, be sure to drop me a like. It goes a long way, and I'm superly grateful. Please share this channel to friends and loved ones so that they can come and we can have fun and make a little beautiful family over here. And see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Have a great evening.